everybody, my name is Brady DeHaven. Welcome to my running review channel where we do practical running shoe reviews on the most up-to-date shoes. We look at both the unique things about the shoe, but also just talk about the most practical things about the shoe. Today we're going to be reviewing the New Balance 880 version 13. This is New Balance's most recent version of the 880. It's a neutral shoe, about a mid-cushion shoe. They've made obviously 13 versions of this shoe. Personally, I've actually had 5 different versions of these shoes. So I ran across these shoes my sophomore year of college, right when I started bumping up my mileage quite a bit. And I was dealing with plantar fasciitis at the time. So I was running to nearly every other shoe possible to see what could heal my plantar fasciitis. Practically speaking, I don't think a shoe is the ultimate solution to a plantar fasciitis issue. Usually there's muscle imbalances, but or other issues going on that cause plantar. But specifically, I really wanted to research shoes, and I fell in love with the search for the great shoe, and I ran across this shoe. It's a daily training shoe that New Balance has made for quite some time. And I just found this to be a slam dunk. I think every shoe, including this shoe, has pitfalls, has some, things that we're not super excited about. But generally speaking, I would call this shoe just in a good way. It's a boring shoe, but it gets the job done, right? I really believe in the phrase, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And so I've had these pairs of this pair of shoes, this model of shoes, for so long. Probably gone through 3 pairs of each model since the version 8. I usually put in 700 to 1,000 miles in each of these shoes. The tread is awesome. Obviously, depending on the terrain that you're running on, the tread will go quicker than others. But let's now jump in just to the practical matters of the shoe. This shoe out on the market right now is listed at $139. I would say the average shoe right now is probably in the 150s. Inflation and things like that are causing just everything to become more expensive. And so I remember just 4 years ago, the average shoe was probably 115, 120 bucks. And now we're looking at 150, 160. Some are even up closer to 200. So $139 for just a neutral daily trainer. Comes in about 10.9 ounces for a size 9, which isn't too bad. Has a 10 millimeter drop, so pretty similar to other shoes and a lot of other shoes that New Balance makes specifically. Practically speaking, if you're not a New Balance kind of person, I would compare this shoe to a Ghost. I think they have a lot of similar features, similar amount of foam. They're both neutral shoes. They're daily trainers. And I think you get a very similar ride as the Ghosts. Personally, I like the shoe just better because I think New Balance's true to size fit is just a slam dunk compared to every other shoe that I've had. And by true to size fit, I don't just mean that it's, a 10 and a half feels like a 10 and a half feels like your shoe fits, right? It's not too long, but not only do I think they get the toe box right, I think they get the width of the shoe right. They give you a generous amount of room, but if you have a normal size foot, I still think it fits great. So true to size fit, I would give it an A+. I think personally, when a shoe is comfortable and fits well, that may be the most important thing in terms of creating just a healthy and appropriate natural running response to a shoe. This has a slightly firmer ride, so talked about max cushion shoes in the past, like the Brooks Ghost, the New Balance 1080 version 13, one of my favorites. This is a slightly firmer ride. This fresh foam is a little more firm, so it's going to be similar to a Ghost, kind of like a Brooks Ghost. And the upper is really similar to a Brooks Ghost too. We got a really secure upper. Again, I think New Balance does an awesome job not only making it a true to size fit shoe, but also making a really secure upper. You don't want your foot to slide in and you feel like you have a lot of not only extra room, but just not a secure fit, right? Kind of like that glove feeling. So they do awesome on that. The sole, again, like I mentioned earlier, awesome durability. I've put anywhere close to 1,000 miles on these shoes in previous versions and did well. I think the quality of the shoe, the quality of the cushion doesn't make it really flat. I think it supports it for a really long time. Let's jump into the performance of the shoe. So daily trainer, I wear these shoes for about 80% of what I do. Personally, I think these can handle long runs, but I probably wouldn't be my first choice. I think your daily training run, whether that's an easy run or just more of a moderate training, zone 2, zone 3 shoe, or zone 2, zone 3 training. This shoe just it fits perfectly for that. For workouts, I would say it could handle a little faster tempo pace, but I don't think it's, again, the best shoe for workouts or long runs. But I think this is daily trainer is a slam dunk. Fit, like I mentioned, it's an A+. I just think New Balance does a great job, and specifically this shoe. It is a little bit firmer, so not only is it going to fit like a glove, but it feels like you don't have a lot on your foot. Just kind of nice and secure, and the durability feels great. Nothing feels too long or too wide. Doesn't feel like you're slapping on the ground. There's no radical innovation or scientific just unique matter to it in terms of, like, you know, the rolling or anything like that. I think the transition, the landing is pretty, just generally speaking, good. I think the traction is awesome because the durability, the sole is so dense. It has so much rubber outsole. So I think just over a little long run, you're going to have great traction to the road, even if it's rainy. I've ran in freezing cold temperatures. I've ran in snow. I've run in heat and wet. It all does great. Comfort, I'd say probably an 8.5. Personally, I'm going more towards max cushion shoes. I just feel like, just given my lifestyle right now, the max cushion shoe is awesome, and the New Balance 1080 is probably my favorite shoe right now. But overall, this shoe, I would just say, is a really solid B+, probably like an 8.8, 8.9 shoe. Personally, the reason I fell in love with this shoe is because I've put probably over 12 to 13,000 miles in this model of shoes over the past 4 years. Just of 80% of my daily training in these shoes. And from that, I've had 0 stress fractures, 0 plantar fasciitis, 0 knee issues, just so many, knock on wood, just injury prevention. I know so many people I ran in college, and you just have injury after injury, whether it's a foot, whether it's a stress fracture, whether it's plantar, whether it's some knee issue, whether it's tendonitis. And I know everybody's body is different, and I'm not saying a shoe is the solution to injuries. I think strength training and appropriate recovery is so important towards long-term injury prevention. But overall, this shoe, like I said earlier, if it's not broken, don't fix it. This shoe's been the solution. It's been that just consistent showing up each day, grind those miles out, get the job done. So this is the version 13. I absolutely love the shoe. I know I find myself constantly looking at other shoes. Should I do this shoe? Should I do that shoe? So many times over the past 5 years, it's like, let's just go back to this one. It gets the job done. I know wherever I'm at, it's gonna work. It's gonna do great on dirt. It's gonna do great on concrete. It's gonna do great on grass. It fits well. Nothing feels weird or off. Nothing over a long-term time sneaks up on you, whether it's the durability of the shoe or anything like that. Never had tears or holes or anything like that. I think the quality of the shoe is fantastic. New Balance does just a good job on getting the job done with this one. If you're looking for a great daily trainer, I highly recommend this one. Like I said, I've done probably 13,000 miles in this shoe, 80 to 100 to 110 mile weeks in these shoes during my peak college training, and it got the job done. I stayed injury free and got those miles in. So I hope you found this valuable. I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.